Inside underground tank of your home to fill water, pipeline which is used, if you want that this pipeline should fill water and stop automatically, then in this way you can make the whole setup. In this setup we have to use a float switch which is to be kept inside the water tank. If this float switch remain downwards, then in this condition pipeline will be in on condition so that water can flow. And when your water tank is fully filled, then suddenly water in your pipeline will stop, that is, it will be off. So friends, let's learn through this video that how we can turn on and off pipeline automatically. To automatically turn on and off water flow, you have to use 3 electrical devices. First electrical device is solenoid valve. If you don't know what is solenoid valve, then I am telling you some basics. Friends, water tap you use in your home to turn on and off the tap, it is manual, that is, you use your hands to open and close the tap. If you want that this water tap here by providing electrical supply to the tap to open and close it, then for this you have to use this type of solenoid valve. In this solenoid valve I have here, to connect water pipe with this, 2 options are given here. Incoming pipe will be connected here and outgoing pipe will be connected from here. Now in between this portion here, this is known as solenoid coil. It means to turn on and off the tap, a coil is given. In this coil, when we provide power supply, then it will turn on the water supply, that is, it will open from here and water starts flowing from here. Now water which is flowing from here, you want to stop this, then simply to this coil power supply which you are providing, stop this power supply. In this solenoid coil, I have now operating voltage of this is 12 volt DC power supply. Now I'll get this 12 volt DC power supply through a battery. For now this battery I have is of 12 volt and through this 12 volt battery I can directly operate the coil. Now to turn on and off this solenoid valve, I mean when to turn on this and when to turn off, to control this I am using a float switch. If you don't know what is float switch, then I am telling you some basics. Look, we keep this float switch inside the water tank. If you want, in overhead tank as well as in underground tank also, you can use this. If you keep this inside the water tank, then water inside the water tank, according to water level, it will go upwards and downwards. If this float switch is upwards like this, then switch inside this will change the contact. Similarly, it will change the contact when going downwards. So we can say that by using float switch, according to water level, we can turn on and off any device. How to use this you will understand in wiring part. For wiring, first of all, what we have to do, in this battery, there is a negative terminal. You can see here is a black marking, so this is our negative terminal. From this terminal, connect a wire and this solenoid valve here, to this solenoid valve, we have to provide negative power supply. So I am using a black wire. Take one end of this wire, now with the negative terminal of battery, connect this connector. I connected this here. Now take other end of this wire and with one terminal of solenoid valve, directly connect this in this way. Now with positive terminal of battery, connect a wire. I connected this wire here. Now power supply which goes through this wire, if I provide this directly to solenoid valve, then solenoid valve will turn on. The moment I connect this with terminal of solenoid valve, you will hear a knocking sound. So we have to connect this wire with this point. But in between, we have to connect float switch also. So power supply which goes through this wire will go to float switch. Power supply through the wire will go to these 3 wires. That is, with the float switch, 3 wires are there for connection. Now among these 3, with which wire you have to connect this, you have to find this. To find this, you have to use multimeter. First of all, select multimeter to continuity position. After selecting continuity position, when I touch both the probes together, then you can hear the beep sound. Now what I have to do, wire of this float switch, among these 3 wires, we have to identify that when we keep the float switch in downward position, then in which wire I am getting continuity. For checking, I am connecting probes with 2 wires. I am connecting with this blue wire and brown wire. After connecting it, first of all keep float switch downwards. There is no continuity. When upwards, there is no continuity. We don't have to use these 2 wires. I am removing brown wire and with yellow wire I am checking. Right now in blue wire and yellow wire I am checking the continuity. When it is upwards, no continuity. When it goes downwards, continuity is there. You can see when it is upwards, continuity is gone. It means I have to use blue wire and yellow wire here. So among these two wires, with any one, this battery wire here, I mean power supply which is coming from positive terminal of battery, I can connect this power supply with any one of these two wires. I am connecting this directly with yellow wire. Friends, if you don't have multimeter, then do not get confused. Simply in this float switch, you have to use yellow wire and blue wire. Simply cut this brown wire. I am cutting this from here. After cutting it, cover it with tape. I am not doing, but you have to do, there may be current in this. Now take this blue wire and with second terminal of solenoid valve, connect this wire. After connecting this through float switch, this solenoid valve can be operated now. How it will operate, I will show you practically. How to do connection of float switch and solenoid valve, I told you. Now you can see I connected this pipeline with the tap. Right now consider this tap as fresh water tap from which water comes daily. Now through this tap, underground tank is filled. I have to keep this float switch inside the tank so that this float switch can work according to water level. Now suppose water level inside the water tank is low. When water level is low, then your pipeline will start flowing water. As you can see, water is flowing here. When your tank is fully filled, then float switch goes upwards, and when float switch goes upwards, you can see water flow stopped. It means through this float switch, this water pipeline can be opened and closed. You can see it opened, and when it goes upwards, it gets closed. So to open and close the water flow automatically, this type of setup you can use in your home. Friends, I hope you like this video. If you like this video, give like on my video, and if you are new to the channel, subscribe my channel. Thanks for watching this video.